Now, I know there's a lot of people out there, they don't feel the highest of highs with Sean McDermott. I get that part. I think it sucks. I think that being the general manager, I think he's using McDermott as a scapegoat. Brandon Beane had no business making this decision. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The Bills had no business promoting him to president. How you going to promote him to president? Look at the team he gave McDermott. Now, listen, McDermott hasn't gotten the team to the Super Bowl. But when you talk about a team needing a voice, come to me about Baltimore. You have Lamar Jackson for 7.5 years, and you can't get over the hump. And not only that, the quality of play was diminishing before our very eyes as we watched the Baltimore Ravens. We can't say that about the Buffalo Bills. If anything, they overachieved this year, considering how bereft of talent they were. This is how we got to look at it. Who are your wide receivers? Where's the all-world wide receiver? Stephon Diggs ain't there anymore. He's in New England. Who you got? It ain't Keon Coleman. It ain't Knox. It ain't Kincaid. Khalil Shakur, that brother's no joke. I got that part. And James Cook, we all know how effective he is running the football. But my goodness, when you look at McDermott and what McDermott brings to the table, I'm just looking at this 98-50 record in his 8 years. 73-27. That's a 73-win percentage over the last 6 years in the regular season. The best in the National Football League. Yes, you got the 2 AFC Championship games that you lost. You lost them to Patrick Mahomes. That's who you lost to. You want to go an 8-8 playoff record? 1-6 on the road. All right, I got that part. Not great. 8 playoff appearances in 9 years, including 7 straight. You've made the playoffs every year since 2019. 7 straight double-digit win seasons. 5 AFC East titles. And Josh Allen was in position to win. You missed Knox wide open over the middle. You fumbled before the first. You got a turnover before the first half. I love Josh Allen. He's a superstar. I think right now the best in the game at the quarterback position. But it wasn't his shining moment over the weekend. What am I missing? What am I missing? I don't get this. Saturday afternoon in Denver against the number 1 seed. A team that registered 68 sacks on the season, 4 shy of the all-time record. Goes up against you on their home turf and was lucky, escaped with their damn lives winning this game. And Sean McDermott pays the price. Now, if you're the Buffalo Bills ownership and you said both of them need to go, I get it. I'm not saying, I want to be very, very clear in case Brandon Beane is listening. I'm not saying that he should have been fired. I'm saying McDermott stays with him or both of them go based on the job performance. Because as far as I'm concerned this year, McDermott did a better job than him. How come you didn't go out and get Jalen Waddle before the trading deadline? According to the reports, the Bills were willing to offer the Dolphins a 2027 first-round pick for the services of Jalen Waddle, the speedster out of Miami, the place for Miami Dolphins. What happened? That dude, you couldn't get him because Beane didn't want to give up a first-round pick in 2026. Well, what's the difference? How come you didn't want to give up a 2026 first-round pick, but you were willing to give up a 2027 first-round pick? Why would you leave Josh Allen out there hanging like that? He's one of the best players in the world. Now, be clear, Josh Allen ain't looking at it from that standpoint. He's pointing the finger at himself. He's looking at himself and saying he could have done better. Actually, he's saying he let the team down. You don't believe me? Listen to Josh Allen yourself talking about his performance this past Saturday.
Extremely difficult. I feel like I let my teammates down tonight. It's been a long season. I hate how it ended, and it's going to stick with me for a long time.
Fair enough. I mean, he made some mistakes, uncharacteristic, no doubt about it. And you know folks are going to hold him accountable. But when you know what you don't have, and you combine that with knowing what you can do, you're going to take chances. You're going to take chances, and sometimes that's going to mess with you. And so I get that part. He's still a stud, and You want to see your quarterback care like that. But in the end, I'm saying McDermott should not have paid the price. He's a damn good coach. His record shows it. And if you're Bean, how do you get promoted with the roster that you gave this man? This wasn't, I mean, you've had better rosters than this in the past. And I'm in no way saying that Bean isn't a good GM. And he's not doing a good job. I'm saying that if McDermott is gone, why isn't he? I'm implying that McDermott shouldn't be gone, not that Bean should be gone. You come back next year. Give him a better slew of receivers to depend on. We look at Josh Allen and say, okay, my goodness, they couldn't get over the hump. What was it his fault that Kincaid dropped the ball last year against Kansas City when Josh was blitzed on that fourth down and it went right into Kincaid's hands and he didn't catch the ball? Was it Josh Allen's fault when he gave you a lead in the AFC divisional playoff game years ago with 13 seconds left? Y'all couldn't stop Patrick Mahomes from getting the Kansas City Chiefs in the field goal range. We've seen Josh Allen perform at an elite level in the postseason. Saturday, was not his shining moment. He still gave you 30. What's up with the defense? How come you couldn't prevent the Broncos from getting 33? That's McDermott too? I mean, come on now. Come on. Josh Allen, 4 turnovers. 5 for the Bills overall. Can't do that. By the way, the 4 teams that lost this weekend combined for 16 turnovers. The 4 teams that won combined for only 4 turnovers. 4 giveaways. So we got to remember that. Now, not only is Bean being retained, he's being elevated to president, not just GM. And on top of it all, he's leading the team search for a new coach. So he wasn't the one that hired McDermott. He came afterwards. So I guess the way they're looking at it, okay, pick your own guy. Fine. I'm just looking at McDermott and I'm saying, damn, that's jacked up. By the way, these head coaches openings, remember, these are the 10 jobs. Titans, Giants, Falcons, Browns, Raiders, Cardinals, Ravens, Dolphins, Steelers, and now the Buffalo Bills. 2 positions have been filled. John Harbaugh for the Ravens. He's now with the New York Giants. And Kevin Stefanski, formerly of the Cleveland Browns, now with the Falcons. Here's my question about Kevin Stefanski. 2-time coach of the year. Clearly can coach. Knows what he's doing. I understand that. But ladies and gentlemen, this man was in Cleveland for about 6 years, had 13 different quarterbacks. One of them was Baker Mayfield. Another was Jacoby Brissett. Obviously, Deshaun Watson, Joe Flacco, various others. Nothing could work. Nothing could work. Why should I feel excited about Kevin Stefanski being in Atlanta when you got Michael Penix Jr., who can't even line up behind center because it requires him to bend his knees too much, and his knees are kind of shot. That's why he's always in the shotgun. Or you got Kirk Cousins. What am I missing? Why is Kevin Stefanski the elite hire? I mean, Bijan Robinson is a stud, one of the best in the game, spectacular. Drake London ain't no joke. And, of course, Kyle Pitts ain't no joke either. You've got a trio of weapons right there. Elite weapons, I might add. That's a good one. But you got to find a quarterback. Am I supposed to believe in Kevin Stefanski finding a quarterback? What am I missing? What am I missing? 888 6 is the number to call up. That's 888-623-3646. That's the number to call in to right here to the Stephen A. Smith Show, Sirius XM, Mad Dog Sports Radio, coming at you live from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, site of tonight's national championship game on ESPN between Indiana and Miami. National championship on the line.